So we have with us Bob Crossland of Crossland Insurance. And today is Friday, June 12th. So let's get started. Bob, can you share with me a little bit about your business?
Sure. What would you like to know? It's a broad. So, all right. So I am an insurance agent. I've
Hmm.
been an insurance agent since 1991. I've worked for a
Hmm.
variety of agencies and a number of different insurance disciplines.
Hmm.
For the past 11, almost 12 years, I have
Hmm.
been on my own as Crossland Insurance, working for myself.
Hmm.
I know you hear it all the time. Wish I'd done it sooner.
Hmm.
I concentrate in the employer. Oh, this has evolved too, but over what I've been doing the past several years is concentrating on the employer-based health insurance
Hmm.
market and benefits. So I
Hmm.
provide other products and services in addition to health insurance.
Hmm.
And through that, I also, for the past decade plus, have also been working in the Medicare market,
Hmm.
which I got into because so many employers have employees who work beyond age 65 and their HR departments didn't know what to do. So it was a natural thing for me to get into, and it turns out that I have a true passion. Surprises me more than I'm surprised that this is where my passion turned out to be in
Hmm.
insurance, but it is.
Hmm.
So I'm totally independent. I'm a sole proprietor. I work from home. Um, Work on a straight referral basis. People keep calling me constantly every single day
Hmm.
through a variety of networking partners and existing clients that I have.
Awesome. Awesome.
Uh,
Okay.
Business continues to grow year after year.
Okay. So how would you define your best customer? Who's your favorite target market?
Okay, because there are two different answers. My favorite in terms of what I enjoy doing most.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, well, I really enjoy the Medicare market because there's so much confusion,
Hmm.
and I've certainly built a brand for myself. So there are a
Hmm.
number of competitors, competing agencies, and financial advisors. A slew of people who come to me to represent their agencies in terms of
Hmm.
Medicare. So that's fun.
Hmm.
Uh, in terms of the group health insurance market, where I have the most fun is with the entrepreneurs,
Hmm.
people who come from big company environments,
Hmm.
and they are used to checking a box once a year for their
Hmm.
benefits.
Hmm.
They're not involved in making the selections, really, figuring that out.
Hmm.
I enjoy dealing with them, helping them maneuver through the healthcare system to find the products and services that they need to attract and retain their employees.
Hmm.
I love educating people as to what their options are.
Hmm. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. The current crisis with COVID has been kind of an interesting struggle for a lot of business owners. Has it had any impact on your business at this time?
For me personally, in terms of my volume of business, no.
Hmm.
Uh, when it comes to I'm still selling entrepreneurs.
Hmm.
Sometimes they were forced into going out on their own because of COVID.
Hmm.
Again, saying, "Hey, I should have done this sooner." People
Hmm.
furloughed, still looking to make a living. So that's
Hmm.
actually, kept me busy.
Hmm.
In terms of the Medicare market, when they've got to go on Medicare, they got to go on Medicare,
Hmm.
regardless of the circumstances. Where I
Hmm.
have seen an impact of COVID has been with several of my clients,
Hmm.
which would make sense if I am dealing with entrepreneurs and startups.
Hmm.
Some of them are definitely struggling. I do have clients who are, travel agents,
Hmm.
which are definitely struggling. I have dance studios; they are struggling. I have
Hmm.
hair salons; they are struggling. Uh, but the insurance companies have given some leeway in terms of premium payments. I've helped some
Hmm.
clients apply for PPP
Hmm.
because documentation is needed in terms of their benefits.
Hmm.
So I've only had one client actually go belly up.
Hmm.
It was a sole proprietor travel agent, and basically her entire income from Q1 had to be refunded to her clients in Q2.
Yeah.
So she had no income really for the
Mhm.
year.
Mhm.
I still assisted her. I don't deal in the individual market, but we discontinued her employer-based plan, and I helped her go to the individual market
Mhm.
where she was able to get subsidies from the government.
Okay.
So I've maintained that relationship, and we've already
Okay.
had the discussion that when she is up and running once again, hopefully
Mhm.
soon,
Yeah.
she'll come back to the plan that I originally sold her.
Yeah.
So the impact has been with my clients, not necessarily with me.
Okay.
So that's been great.
Have there been any actions you've had to take differently to accommodate these circumstances?
Um, well, as I, the example I just gave with the travel agent, that would be one. So
Okay.
I'm still assisting, even though it's in a market that I do not participate in,
Okay.
the individual market. So
Okay.
helped her to maintain the relationship and to help her out.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing has really changed in terms of my day to day.
Yeah.
Again, working from home, I'm using Zoom a lot more. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Right.
Uh,
Right.
but everybody is my clients. I just had one of my clients, actually a veterinarian, just hired 2 new employees,
Yeah.
and I'd like to do the orientations. We did it via Zoom yesterday, and it was fine. I
Okay.
mean, everybody
Awesome.
seems to be aware of Zoom, and it's
Yeah.
okay. It's acceptable.
Okay. Kind of opens questions as to what the future will hold.
Um, yeah, again, for me, I have found in general over the years, there are certainly, my bigger clients. I will definitely make a point to go out and see them face to face. But I'm finding over the years that more and more people are actually appreciating doing it over the telephone or
Hmm.
email rather than having an insurance agent come over and sit down in our dining room for 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And push, 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 push.
push, which I never did. But when I first started in the insurance business, I was a life insurance agent, and yes, that was after hours, that was weekends, that was sitting and with mom and pa around the kitchen table. So,
Yeah.
so we did.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
so for my day to day, I don't. I'll use Zoom more. That's about the
Hmm.
biggest difference I'll see.
Okay. All right. So I got an interesting question for you. It's been said smart people learn from their mistakes, but wise people learn from the mistakes of others. What mistakes have you made along the way, and how can other entrepreneurs learn from your experience?
Um, Again, been doing this for a while, and it took me a long time to really figure out what what made sense.
Hmm.
Um, I it sounds contradictory. Well, no, I think this would make sense. Uh, the advice that I was given by my uncle, who was also an insurance agent, way back before I became an insurance agent,
Hmm.
was to find your niche,
Hmm.
which I've interpreted to be find your passion.
Hmm.
And when I first started out, I tried to do everything,
Hmm.
and I was just kind of flailing around as to what would be my the best way to market.
Hmm.
I didn't know.
Hmm.
Um, I tried everything that one could possibly do
Hmm.
for selling.
Hmm.
Uh, Seminars, mailings, door knockers, cold calls, all that.
Hmm.
And I really discovered the power of networking
Hmm.
and our relationship there.
Hmm.
But I discovered that very very late in the game.
Hmm.
So somebody starting out, I would encourage them to start with that. Uh, because I wasted an awful lot of time and money and heartache
Hmm.
to find that. So find your niche
Okay.
and develop relationships,
Okay.
because when I first started out, I had zero relationships,
Hmm.
and I was trying to do it all myself instead of helping other people help me.
Okay.
So that I would
Awesome.
do differently. Absolutely.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Second to the last question.
Sure.
I got your email and I've got your phone number, of course.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, like maybe an offer?
An offer. Okay, so yeah, two areas that I can make an offer.
Mhm,
One is that if an employer is unhappy with his or her situation, and
mhm,
for whatever reason,
mhm,
uh, I find that over time brokers become more um, they tend to move on
mhm,
as opposed to staying with customers. So
mhm,
if their customers are finding that they are getting their renewals too late,
mhm,
generally the broker gets it about 10 weeks out,
mhm,
which gives the client ample time to make a change.
mhm,
If someone is finding that they are getting their renewal the week before,
mhm,
that's a reason for concern in my mind.
mhm,
If they just want a second opinion, I'm always
mhm,
happy to give a second opinion.
mhm,
So that would be one offer.
mhm,
Uh, the other offer would be that the Medicare open enrollment is rapidly coming,
mhm,
and that is the opportunity to review your Medicare options.
mhm.
And once again, I'd be happy to do that. Open enrollment for that begins October 15th.
Awesome.
Okay, but if someone is unsure of what they have, or they
Mhm,
feel they're getting bad advice,
mhm,
uh, or they're just unsure,
mhm,
a third offer would be if there is an employee who is becoming of Medicare age
mhm,
and they don't know what's going on or what they have to do.
mhm,
I can tell you over the years the level of misunderstanding and misconception
mhm,
and just outright wrong information. You know, it can come from the government, it can come
mhm,
from their HR department, it can come from their next door neighbor.
mhm,
Uh, you know, if sometimes the advice can be very costly,
mhm,
and there could be major ramifications that you
mhm.
know, getting a second opinion could be a good thing, or
Awesome.
even a first opinion.
Awesome. Very good. Very
So
good.
happy to do that. Happy to help people when they have questions.
Awesome. Okay, so last question.
Okay.
Tell me what's inspiring you now through this period.
um, it's the conversations I have with my clients and my prospects,
Mhm,
um, because again, there is so much confusion. I tell people virtually every day that they make this stuff way too complicated,
mhm,
and I don't see how anybody without proper training can figure it out.
mhm,
Um, the next 3 months, I'm involved in continuing education of
mhm,
various types.
mhm,
And I added it up just to, well, some stuff I have to do every 2 years, but
mhm,
you know, with all my licenses, I added up, I've got about 72 hours of continuing education that I will be doing over the next several weeks.
mhm.
Uh, to give you an idea of the 72 hours, 1 hour of that is for my securities business. Everything else is for the insurances.
Yeah,
It's just crazy.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, so that I forgot even what I was talking about.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So this has been Bob Crossland of Crossland Insurance, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you inviting me to this.